Imagine this. You're just chilling, living your life, thinking nothing could go wrong, and then bam, your family drops the bombshell of a lifetime, an arranged marriage. Yeah, you heard that right. And it's not just with any random person, oh no, it's with the one person you can't stand, the human embodiment of your pet peeves. Our guy, smart, confident, and a bit too sharp-tongued for his own good. And her, elegant, put together, but low-key savage. Together, absolute chaos. Day 1, total disaster. The ink on the marriage certificate isn't even dry before the insults start flying. And guess what? Now they're forced to live under the same roof. Within 5 minutes, it's a war zone. Dishes left in the sink like an art installation. Towels stolen with zero remorse. Personal space completely annihilated. Their parents want them to act like the perfect couple? Yeah, good luck with that. But here's the plot twist. They're not going down without a fight. They come up with the most genius or dumbest plan ever. Fake it. In public, they're all smiles, hand-holding, and hard eyes. But behind closed doors, it's a WWE match. And let me tell you, the pettiness is next level. He swaps her morning coffee for decaf. She accidentally deletes his work presentation. He hides the remote. She hides his entire gaming console. It's like watching two toddlers with a vendetta. But here's where things get weird. Beneath all the sabotage, they start noticing stuff about each other, like how she claims to hate spicy food but secretly can't get enough of it, or how he acts lazy but actually puts in crazy effort when no one's watching. The more they try to hate each other, the harder it gets. The line between "I can't stand you" and "wait, you're kinda alright" starts to blur. And then it happens. The first slip-up. One night, she gets sick. He could totally leave her to suffer, but nope. Without thinking, he's making soup, checking her temperature and staying by her side. The next morning, she wakes up to see him asleep next to her bed. And for the first time, she doesn't have a sarcastic comeback locked and loaded. But don't get it twisted. Neither of them is about to admit anything. As if their situation wasn't messy enough, their friends and families are making things even worse. Classmates start taking bets on how long this perfect marriage will last. And just when you think things can't get more complicated, the exes show up. Yup, the ex-boyfriend who suddenly wants her back and the childhood friend who's been low-key in love with him forever. Jealousy? Oh, it's fully activated now. But instead of tearing them apart, it weirdly brings them closer. Because nothing says, "I hate you, but you're mine," like seeing someone else try to slide in. The game changes completely one night when they get caught in a rainstorm, soaking wet, stuck in a small space, and for once they actually talk. No insults, no sarcasm, just real, raw honesty. Turns out neither of them wanted this marriage, but maybe it's not as bad as they thought. And for the first time, there's this weird, unspoken vibe between them. Something's shifting, and neither of them knows what to do about it. And then comes the moment no one saw coming. A bet, a dare, whatever you want to call it, ends in a kiss. Oops, that was an accident. Kisses. Nah, this one's real. And suddenly, everything changes. Every touch feels electric. Every glance lingers just a second too long. Every argument feels like foreplay. They're falling, and they don't even realize it. But of course, nothing good ever lasts without a curveball. A massive misunderstanding blows up in their faces, leading to the biggest fight yet. Harsh words are thrown, truths are exposed, and for the first time, it feels like this whole thing might actually fall apart. The worst part? It hurts way more than it should. And that's when they finally have to face the truth. This wasn't just some forced marriage anymore. Somewhere along the way, they became each other's person. But no great love story is complete without a grand gesture, right? And our guy? Oh, he goes all out. A public confession. A speech that'll make your heart do backflips, the whole dramatic deal. And her? She's not about to make this easy. She throws down a challenge. If he really means it, he'll have to prove it. And guess what? He does. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about being perfect. It's about finding someone who drives you absolutely insane but makes life a whole lot better. So, what happens next? Do they ride off into the sunset? Not exactly. These two will never stop arguing. It's basically their love language now. But the fights end in laughter. The insults sound more like inside jokes. And the rivalry? Well, let's just say it's turned into something pretty amazing. Just when they think they've got it all figured out, life throws in another twist. A challenge neither of them saw coming. Maybe it's a career shift, a family crisis, or even long distance. Whatever it is, it tests them in ways they never expected. But this time, they're in it together. No more games, no more pretending. Just two people figuring out love in the most chaotic way possible. So, if this wild ride had you hooked, don't forget to drop your favorite moment in the comments. Would you survive an arranged marriage with your worst enemy? Or would you end up catching feelings too? Let's talk about it. And hey, hit that like button and stick around. There's always more chaos coming your way.